say understanding the word of God, like what does it mean by understanding the word of God?
Understanding the word of God, you know, the pastors usually have it like they're trying to give you this ideology or belief that he says what he can do, which is what we all know about God.
Oh, yeah, sure.
But they are not trying to make you understand the fact that you can still command the same thing and it is done. So that's why I'm saying that understanding the word and the power it carries, you get. Like I'm going to throw you a little bit of insight to that. I believe a prophet went to King Hezekiah. I believe it's King Hezekiah in the Bible.
Yeah, sure.
He went to tell him that he got a message, you understand, that he has a prophecy for him that he's going to die at this particular time to this time.
Yeah, sure.
You know, he gave him a time range that he was going to die. Then the king said, it's all right, it's fine. You see, the prophet left, but the king faced the wall and he spoke to God. When he was talking to God, it was the word, the declaration of the word. That's to show you that there's a power that is in every word. The king told God that if I who will worship you in truth and in spirit, I'm getting the message like my life will be taken, I'm going to die by this time. Do you prefer raising the stones to do the worship and the praise? So there's a power in the word. And this pastors makes us understand it like it is normal, like a dictionary definition, you know. They are not giving us some practical instances for us to understand that we have the power inside of us. You get Ezekiel said, or Ezekiel said, rather, that the dry bones shall rise again. It is a power. That power of the word of God is an authority. You understand? So if we do not understand that we have got grace, I've done a video like for grace. If we don't understand that we have grace, the understanding of grace, now let me put it this way, the understanding of grace is you acknowledging the power in the spoken word.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you know you have the grace, if you accept the grace, if you believe the grace is in you, when you speak the word, it shall be established. The Bible says whatever you decree and declare. Decree and declare is not in writings. It's in the word. You understand? So that shows you that when the Lord said, let there be light, and there was light, which all the pastors were trying to make us understand that the Lord said, let there be light. So I've given you insight for you to understand. When He said, let there be light, there was indeed light.
Oh, yeah, sure.
It means there's a power in the spoken word. You understand that?
Yeah.
So what else do you think you got from me? You're a Christian believer.
Yeah.
It's just that.
So I'm adding on your point, right?
Okay.
So as you say, there is power in whatever is spoken in the word that is, and that's why in the Bible everything began with, and God said, "Let there be," meaning that everything that is spoken, you know, we should believe it, and it has a lot of power into it.
Okay.
Even as we we human beings, everything that you speak from your mouth it has power, right?
Definitely.
Like let's say right now you tell me, like for example, never talk to me. You know, I can just like take it lightly. It's something you've spoken from your heart. It's not only from your mouth.
Okay.
It's from your heart.
Okay.
And like your brain, you know, it began from somewhere. You know, maybe from your brain and then in the heart, and then you say it with your mouth. So I also want to add on to you, like maybe whatever is spoken, even if not from the Bible, even from your word, like even from someone, it has also power.
Okay.
I don't know whether you're getting my point.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand you. I think I should give you a Bible scripture that says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh unto salvation.
Oh, yeah, sure.
You understand? So that is your understanding of how you conceive the word. Yes, there's power in everything you speak. You know, what we do not understand as humans is we are a small God. So we are all regarded as gods. You see, and being a small God with the lower cap G, lowercase G rather, it means we all too has that power created man in his own image and likeness. It means we also carry that power as a small God. You understand? But a lot of people.
Wait. Let me cut you short before I forget what I want to say. You say God created us in our, in His own image and likeness, right? Why do people today, like, you find someone and then that person tends to tell you that, you're not beautiful, you're ugly. Like, why do people say that, others are ugly and others are beautiful? Like, if God created everybody in His own image and likeness, like, He made someone
I just have a very short answer for that so that you understand something.
Oh, yeah, I want to understand.
Just a very short one, so I just trust about it. The answer is this. You will never have a child and believe it's ugly. And nobody will say that the mother's food is not sweet. So that is it. So if anyone tells you you're not beautiful, your mother will not deny the fact that you're not beautiful. Your mother will tell you you're beautiful. You know why? Because she gave back to you. So we are all beautiful in the sight of God. This is a manly view. Before God, we are all beautiful because He created us in His own image and likeness. So just the same way your mother is going to defend you to be the most beautiful lady she had ever seen, it's because she denying the fact that you're not beautiful. It's like she telling herself too, I'm not beautiful. Your God is beautiful. Your God is handsome. You understand? So for you to understand that, why do people have all the beautiful kids? It means there's a part of the Lord that is beautiful. It's just that we humans only see the physical part of it. But in the spiritual life, we are all beautiful. We are just wearing a different look and a different color skin. But before God, we are equal. He created us in His likeness and image. It's because this is who He is, and that is what He is giving to us.
So, okay, thank you for your answer. But okay, let me just ask you this, Andy.
Okay.
Like when you see someone, or if you see, if you just see, let's say, a girl or even a man,
Okay.
do you look at the inside beauty, or you just like venture into the outside part, like, or you do both, you don't know. So just tell us.
You guys permit me to use a line from Young Emmy. Young Emmy said something. Young Emmy said, I don't mind a bitch with a crap pussy, but you do have. So what that is, I'd rather go for someone, I'd rather appreciate someone who has got vision than someone who's got sight.
Oh, yeah, sure.
You understand? It's not all about how she's looking, if she's hot or not, or if it's too cool or handsome. I really need to see what drives you. The most important thing is what drives you, not what you drive. You get? Because you could be with the most beautiful woman, at the end of the day, she's just like an empty box.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So that's your answer for that. Anyways, otherwise you got wrong.
That's a nice one, Yeah, sure, yeah.
That's a nice one.
Yeah, because I also believe that, what you say derives who you are better than, what you portray on the outside, look, or, on the outside, feature or something.
For me, what we all trying to do right now is that we all are just going by the word, the dictionary word for ornament. You see ornament, like you just like put a little bit of more spice to us. You get. If you say someone is beautiful, like this is a proper understanding of what God was trying to tell you, that we all are beautiful inside. If you say someone is beautiful, don't you ever see someone else who is more beautiful than that? You have.
Sure.
So it means there is no limit to beauty. It means, it's just like what Solomon said, that vanity upon vanity, all is vanity. You understand? So if you feel like you're beautiful, there's someone who might be out there who's more beautiful than you.
But you know what? The beauty for you to be born. So
no, that's just, listen, it's not everything you hear. It's not everything you hear that you just take. Like I did a video the last time that I said you guys should be very mindful about what you hear.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Like the other time in life we used to go by those words like the patient dog ate the fattest bone. No. The patient dog don't even end up seeing the plate because someone else is keeping the plate for the next meal. So you don't go by that ideology, never. It's just like the way they will tell you that beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. I think it's valid because It is only who desires you, who wants to behold you, that sees you to be beautiful. You get. But in that case, that you say the beautiful ones are yet to be born or are yet to whatever it is, don't people still give birth to kids who are ugly still?
As you say, there's no one who's ugly, but
no, that is in the physical side now, I'm telling you, because I'm looking at it from the physical side, that you said the beautiful ones are not.
Yeah, why I say to that point, it's because, in this world, you'd be like, she's beautiful. Like in Kenya, if you come to Kenya, you say a girl, she's beautiful. If you go to Ethiopia, she's beautiful. To South Africa, she's beautiful. But, you can never say she's ugly. Like in every country, there, you have to say like she's ugly. No, I don't want that girl. I want this one. Again, you see the one. She's beautiful. No, I don't want that one. You say another one. You see.
That's what we're saying. Yeah. Okay. Now get the point right. The point is the beautiful ones are not yet born. There's a point I want you to understand. The beautiful ones are not yet born. Is it in the view of a man or in a Christian-like view of God? But because if it is God, everybody is beautiful that is coming.
Yeah.
But if it is in a manly view, there are still people who do not give birth to kids that are beautiful.
Yeah.
So what we are going through right now is what is still coming. So when you say the beautiful ones are not yet born, it's like you still telling me I can still make my choice out there by going out there to get a beautiful lady for myself. Because the beautiful ones that are still coming, they are ugly kids, they are beautiful kids, they are hot kids, they are just kind of kids that you just want to be with them. And they're just kind of kids that you just assume they're like from the planet of the apes. You understand that? But what my point is, before God, how we appear does not matter. He loves us equally, and he believes that anything you have in you is what I have in me. There's no way you are different from me.
Oh yeah, we're different.
You understand? That's what I'm telling you in a monthly side of life.
Wait, Andy,
No. Hey, listen, don't ever listen. If you're having a talk show with me, don't ever contradict yourself. We are having a topic about a Christian view and a manly view. When you want to make your point, tell me my point is coming from a manly view, and my point is coming from a Christian view. Before God, we are never different. When it comes to the physical manly view, we all are different because we possess different attitudes, different characters, different IQs, body shapes. But no matter how we look, whether you look like someone who is suffering from obesity and somebody who is skinny like a bone, before God we are just equal. We are just concerned about the body we are wearing. This body is just like something we're borrowing.
It's a feature.
It's just there like that. You get it? It's just like a statue, or let me say an image where you have to click a button for it to start working like a robot. You get it? But before my maker, we are all equal and we are all beautifully made.
Oh yes, I get your point.
Before with God, there is nothing like beauty is in the hands of the beholder. No. If that word it is, then that means we are all of his beauties, and he beholds us all. You understand that?
So I want to add on your point. You said we should be mindful of what we hear, right?
Yeah. About a video you watched before. Okay.
Yes. We also should be mindful. I'm just adding to your point. Like I'm not opposing or something. We should also be mindful with what we say.
Okay.
Yeah. Because like if I say something, I believe that you're going to hear that thing, whatever I say. So we should also be like mindful to what we say, because it can hurt someone else. I'm just adding to your point. So sure.
No.
So Andy, did you go to church today?
No, I didn't go to church.
Why did you not go to church today?
I got no reason for why I should not go to church.
Oh my God, why?
Yeah, because there's no reason. That is what the reason for not worshiping God.
So Andy, do you believe that you can worship God anywhere, like anytime,
He said you can worship me in truth and in spirit. It means you can worship him even on the go. But there's something we should not forget. Let's stop using the Bible words to contradict each other.
Sure.
You can worship God anywhere. You can pray to God anywhere. But that Sunday, you deserve to be in this gathering.
Oh, yes.
That's what we call in this gathering. For where 1 or 2, 3 people are there, my presence is there.
Oh, yes.
You must give him that time to worship him in his house. For the church is the temple and the house of God. At every time you must go to his gathering. His gathering differs from how you worship him. I want you to be in the office every Sunday, despite the fact that you are a web designer who does your job from home. But every Sunday you must be at the office for us to discuss the development of the office. It is compulsory. There is no excuse to skip that. I can't tell you that because I woke up so tired, that's why I can't go to church. That's a fallacy. There's no perfect excuse. I woke up today, I started feeling too bad with myself, like I am sick. That is the more reason why you should go to him.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Because when you go to him, even when you are sick, my God is not a wicked God.
Oh, yeah,
because of that faith you have had in him, because of the confidence, he never fails people who has confidence in him.
Yeah, because it says when you call unto him, he's going to answer you.
So when you go to him, when you say, I am sick, that's the reason why I could not go to church. And what happened when he tells you that when you are down, call me, I'll be your energy.
Oh, yeah,
why not go to him in that sickness and see him perfecting his wonders in your life? You understand that?
Yeah, I understand.
So there is no perfect excuse as to why you shouldn't be in church. Even if it is raining, you have to go to church.
Yeah, sure.
For nothing should stop you from God. Because, okay, look at it from this angle. Would you, for one, want to tell your boss that I couldn't make it to work today because it was raining? You ain't going to damn that shit. You can't do that. So what is it with humans? We respect our bosses more than our maker. We respect our parents more than God. Like I did a video sometime, like you be smoking, your parents are coming and your daddy, probably your mom. You just throw away the cigarette and you're running. Then what happened? You ain't scared of God. If you feel it is comfortable for you to do it in the sight and in the presence of the Lord, then do it in the presence of man.
You don't have to hide, right?
Who is that man that you respect so much and disrespect God?
It's God, of course. Not your parents, not your mother.
So that is it.
God.
If you cannot give your boss, sometimes you even get so ill, but you cannot want to use your ailment as an excuse of not going to work. You will just really have to pull up yourself together. You want to go, at least let your boss have a view of you and understand that you're not feeling well.
Yeah,
and then he tells you to go. Now that's the same thing you ought to be doing to God before doing it to man.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So if you are sick, still go to him and ask him for excuse.
But humans don't do that, because if you're sick, you just go to work and your boss will just see you around. But if it's about the church, I'm telling you, Andy, human beings will just prefer to sleep. And you'll be like, God is with me, God is saving me.
But it says there's nothing surprising me actually, because he knows that a time like this shall come. He knows already. He is the beginner that knows the end. So it's like, let me put it this way again for you to understand. You have a child, all right? When you had that baby, you know that tomorrow the child is going to eat beans, right? Next tomorrow, the child is going to go to this particular spot. You know that when he's at 16 years of age, this child will smoke and drink, right? Now, because you understand the child before he gets or she gets to that stage of that incident or the occurrence, you have understood it. You have taken it inside yourself. That I know that this day, this child will misbehave. I just have to take it easy with him or her, because I have foreseen his days already. So because he knows you from the beginning to the end, he had long forgiven you long time for those things that you feel when you do them today, it's hurting him. No, he has long forgiven you long time. But the only thing he wants you to understand is at every point in life, you should be able to apprehend, you should be able to recognize when you had gone wrong. You should come to him and remind him that despite the fact that your body was weak, yet your soul was willing, he should still have mercy upon you.
Yeah, so, and that's why every day, like you're being told, like if you wake up, just say something. Say a word, to him. Thank you. Even thank you is a big word.
No, when you say something, it's like you guys are, I think you guys are becoming like
wait, don't have to. Say something. Talk to your God.
Do you need to advise somebody on doing that?
Not really. But
Who
I
are
just
you?
prefer.
I want to ask you a question. Who are you? How did you wake yourself up? Have you ever been operated before in a theater room?
No.
You've gone for operation before?
No.
I have been through one before.
Mm.
When I was given the anesthesia, the gas anesthesia, I could remember the doctor called my name twice and I responded. Then I didn't know if he asked me or called me the third time. Because I was not here to know, you see. I was not here to know if the doctor called me the third time, but I was far away from here. Today, I am trying to figure out where I was at a particular time. You know, for those 1-2 hours I was being operated, I was trying to confirm where was I. It's like I became empty. I became empty because I didn't understand what was going in this part of the world, and I wasn't even sure of where I am there.
Like your body was just there, but
Well, just that I don't even understand my soul. I'm not talking about basically the body. I'm not understanding my soul. I don't understand anything. I just realizing myself brought back to life. Then I said to myself that indeed sleep is the understanding of death.
Sure.
So if you can practically sleep, it's like you were in that theater room.
Yeah.
You know, where were you? You can actually define where you were. And where are you right now? You don't know. You just see yourself waking up. So that alone should give you every insight to understand that something is operating you. Even if it's a machine operating you, you need to give credit to who created the machine.
Yeah, that's why I said when you wake up in the morning, talk like
it
just
is
say
not
something
a
to God.
plea. It is a must.
It's a must, but you know, people
No, I will not do that on my video and try to give people an opinion like no. Otherwise you are whoever you are.
Sure.
But if you respect God, if you appreciate God
But
every damn day of your life, you need, I did not say you want, you need to appreciate God.
That's true.
There is no excuse. Listen, there is no excuses when it comes to your maker.
Yeah, sure.
With God, there is no excuses. You don't need to give him part of your hours in the day. You need to give him all of your hours.
Everything.
For he is the only one that makes all things possible. If you don't keep God close, whenever you need him, you will call upon him. Not like he wouldn't answer. His ears are not deaf. But as much as it is, nature has every way of fixing our things. I just think it was nice just being around. It's a good one.
Oh my God.
But just understand that the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom.
Sure.
This that's your homeboy Green.